Apologies, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Heat Army podcast. We are here now. We had went through a full intro. We'll go through it again. Here we are at Gated, not Gated Stadium. There's red seats. That's the only thing that's similar. We are here at Wembley Stadium, and we are absolutely privileged and honoured to be bringing you this commentary here this afternoon. Apologies for that little glitch there. Nerves have got the better of me there. But my name's David Gaddis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. We've already been through this spiel, but we're going to do it again, Mark. The nerves are building now.
Well, they are, but you've also got to put it into context and think, 12 months ago, just over 12 months ago, we started Victory Park at Chorley and celebrated promotion into the National League and the National League North title win. Who would have thought a year later we'd be sat at Wembley Stadium and hoping Gateshead can deliver a first ever National Cup competition win. It's been a great season already. The very main aim was to stay in the National League against the odds. They've done that. And now this is a bonus. Whatever happens today, it isn't the be-all and end-all. I know people don't want to hear that, but it isn't. But getting here is an achievement itself. But I guess when you're here, you do want to go on and win it.
It certainly is. And Cambridge United beat Gosport 4-0 in the FA Trophy final in 2014. Beat Gateshead 2-1, of course. Playoff final, both at Wembley. Yeah, he predicts it'll be 2-1 to Gateshead there, so he's in depth for his prediction there. But thank you very much. You can just let us know where you're listening from in the world, and we'll put it up on the screen there. And also, if anyone could just send a message to make sure that we are being heard right now, that would be very appreciative. We've got the teams here in front of us. We watched the first game. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, and I think it's going to be even better here for the FA Trophy final. And as I say, we're hoping to see a few goals, and yes, they can hear us. I'm as excited as you are being in the commentary box at Wembley. We've got a prime seat here. We're row number 1, and we're right near the halfway line now. I think it's the best one. Even Radio Newcastle's a few rows back behind us, so we've been very well looked after here at the stadium this afternoon. And to our right, the Gateshead fans are gathering all the black and white shirts over there, and of course to our left we have Halifax, all blue, and as I say, it is setting up to be the showpiece final of what it is here at Wembley Stadium. And you can message us. We'd love to hear from you around the world. Let us know where you're listening from. I can just see Macaulay Langstaff to our left there coming into the ground. He's here with Kedwin Scott. Lovely to see them still supporting the Heat. And will they be celebrating again here at Wembley Stadium as they were last week? Let's hope so. We have got the teams here in front of us. We'll go through them very, very shortly. But as I say, we just want to say a big thank you to everyone at Gateshead Football Club for making this possible as well. Everyone at Wembley, the FA. As I say, we want to finish the story. That was always the hope, wasn't it, Mark, when we got to the final? And, we're here and we're doing it now. And we hope that wherever you're listening, that you enjoy the game and we can do it justice. But Mark, I'll just go through the Gateshead team. James Montgomery in goal. We've got Robbie Tinkler, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Owen Bailey, the captain, Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell, Dan Ward, Aaron Martin, Carl Magnay and Camille Conter. A strong starting lineup. You wouldn't complain if that started a National League game, but then when we look a little bit further down on the substitute bench, we've got Philip Marshall, Will Harris and Lewis Knight are the only recognised senior players. Then after that, we've got Dylan Archer, Ollie Thomas, Ben Franklin, and Musu Asisugu as well, who was an academy keeper. Got 2 keepers on the bench. And Mark, very strong starting lineup. It's just if we need something from the bench, we're limited to attacking choices, really, in senior department.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it has been the way throughout this run, so you've got to deal with it. There's no point dwelling on it. It is what it is. And there's enough talent in that starting 11 to do something today. The concern is if, it gets to the last 20 minutes and legs are tiring, and Wembley has a habit of...
we've seen that in the first game, didn't we?
Yeah.
They got zapped in the last 15, 20 minutes. So, but just a quick mention there on our screen here at Wembley, on the big screen, we've got Andrew Gelder, of course, one of the club's unsung hero, but he's being recognised as a hero today with a fellow Halifax fan, and they are putting the FA Trophy on the plinth, ready for the teams coming out, and it's a magic moment for Andrew Gelder. And I wasn't too nervous, Mark, until we sat down here. for this, and then they put up the highlights of like a little bit of a video montage that was online last night. It was put up and played in the stadium, and hearing both our voices going over the tannoy was I'm going to say gut-wrenching, but it wasn't gut-wrenching, but it was nerve-wracking. It just really brought the emotions to the forefront.
It was a surreal moment, I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Hearing our dulcet tones going around Wembley Stadium.
Can we say now we've played Wembley Stadium?
Well, I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of the last times I was here to see Coldplay play live, so I've pretty much done what they've done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a surreal moment. It kind of hit home, just the journey the club's been on. Not that it needed to, really. You just hope the lads can go out and do the job today, because you think what it will mean to this football club, what it will mean to the town. Maybe the council even recognise that the football club's playing at Wembley.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, I can look across to our right. There's people getting photographs of the stadium behind them. I've done my fair share of that this afternoon. Don't you worry, they'll be all over social media. But this is what it's all about. You come here, you soak it all in, drink it in, get drunk on Wembley. These days don't come often. Sometimes they don't even come at all. It's took 100 years of Wembley Stadium to see Gateshead here in a major cup final, and here we are now. So there is the team's going to be coming out. Mark, do you want to go for the Halifax side?
Yeah.
I'll let Mark go for the Halifax side.
Some familiar faces in here for North East football fans and Gateshead fans. In goal, there's one of them, Sam Johnson. Of course, had a spell at the National Stadium. Tyler Golden went number 2. Number 3 is Captain Jack Senior. Number 5 is Jesse Deborah. Number 6, Jamie Scott. Number 14 is a former Heath player, Jack Hunter. Speaking of former Heath players, we've just seen Macaulay Langstaff on the screen now with Ben Clark. 17 is Rob Hawke. 18 is Angelo Capello, who had a short loan stint at Blythe Spartans. 19, Jamie Cook. 20 is Harvey Gilmore. And 21 is Milliken Ali, who had a spell at South Shields.
Well, as Mark just went through that, the teams are coming out onto the pitch here at Wembley Stadium, all in white with the black flashes of the new Patrick strip here, looking smart and being led out by family members of the team, the mascots. They all look fantastic down there. There's flames going off in the background, the pyrotechnics. This is the FA Trophy Final 2023, Gateshead versus Halifax. And we will bring you the whole commentary here, and we hope that you enjoy it. We hope you can sit down, hope it's not too nerve-wracking, and who knows, Gateshead might come away with the trophy. But a lot of football to be played, as we always say. And just looking to our right, Mark, the stand is absolutely filled up with Heath fans. It's a beautiful sight, and hopefully we'll hear them roar this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see, isn't it? Looks like over 5,000 down here for this. It really is starting to hit home. Just trying to get my words out and just thinking, it is 90 minutes of football. It is just a game of football on a patch of grass, but it just feels like it means so much more.
Well, we're sat here in Wembley Stadium. People are around listening to us. We've got someone who's in Michigan listening in Marquette, Michigan. We've got California. So there we go. California, sorry, should I say. So people are listening all around. Thank you very much. We've got there. Couldn't get down from Scotland, so we'll be cheering in from the edge of his sofa. Thank you very much for joining us. And I tell you what, this is going to be something to remember, something to be proud of. And say, we don't want to look too far ahead, but regardless of the result, the club has done magnificent things, Mark, on and off the pitch. And this is just reward for all those volunteers, for the players, the staff, and everyone that puts money into Gateshead as well.
It's reward for those that saved the club. It's reward for every fan that's put a penny in, for those who've given vocal and every support they can give. It's days like this why all the dark days were, why they happened, and why people pushed beyond the realms of possibility to save this club and get days like this. We've already had them with the promotion and the title win, and now we've got another one line ahead of us here at Wembley. It's been a remarkable weekend already, seeing all the Gateshead fans in and around Wembley, and let's hope the lads can do the job over the next 90 minutes.
Well, special mention to Cow Daly as well. He's listening in Portugal. Andrew Garcia branch there. And Tommy Dolman as well, listening in, former kit man. He's watching it on the telly, but he's got the sound turned down and they're listening to us. So that really means a lot. Thank you very much. But the teams there, we're going to have the national anthem sang very, very shortly. We'll go quiet on the mic so you can hear that and take in the atmosphere here at Wembley. Well, there was your rendition of the national anthem. The volume's rising, and so is the tension. We'll be getting straight into it once they clear all the paraphernalia off the pitch. Of course, the trophies out there, the red carpets, the handshakes are happening now. And Mark, we've dreamt of this moment for a while, and it's eventually here.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even take in what's happening, isn't it? It's a surreal moment. You know, I think the places we've commentated, and you sat here in a stadium that has graced all of the best players in the world. It's, you know, the likes of your Messis and Ronaldos and players like that. And today it's your, you know, your Greg Ollies and Adam Campbells and Owen Baileys and players like that, lads that we've got to know personally, and lads that have helped this club get back to where it should always have been. It's just remarkable, and it is emotional, Dave. You know, even before kickoff.
Yeah.
God knows what it'll be like at full time, but fingers crossed the lads can do the job. It won't be for lack of trying. I think we know that.
Well, at the moment, Greg Ollie is standing down at the underneath the plinth, should we say, where the FA Trophy Isuzu sign is. We're waiting for the captain to come over of Jack Senior to do the coin toss here.
Just a lovely moment there. Sorry, just cut in. Yeah. In the Gateshead dugout, or in the technical area. A nice little embrace between Mike Williamson and Ian Watson. We do often refer to Mike Williamson as Gateshead manager, which he is, but they are very, very much a joint effort.
Certainly are. Well, we've got a monitor here as well, so we can see what's happening on the replays. Someone said apparently we're perfectly synced up as the Halifax manager applauds. The crowd puts his thumb up there, so you'll see if we are in sync when we say that. But we are waiting for the coin toss here, and I would imagine common sense would tell you shoot against the opposite ones here at Wembley against the fans. There's Kedwin Scott's father here as well. Nice seeing the Scott family still supporting Gateshead. And, well, it is all building. And now they stop.
No coincidence, given how many of the Bailey clan you've got down here, that he was the one you heard extra there when his name was announced.
Certainly was. Well, we've got a lot of people on the pitch at the moment, just clearing up all of the red carpet and things like that. And it does look as if we are going to be shooting towards the Halifax fans in the first half. And Gateshead look glorious in their new strips. They've went down very well as the Wembley strip from the new manufacturer, Patrick. And there's a lot of hype about the shirt for next season as well, Mark. So we'll have to see what happens there. But today they look glorious, and they're going to do us proud no matter what. They've had to battle, and they've turned on the style at certain times in this competition to get here.
They've grounded out. You know, with this depleted squad, they've had to go above and beyond. The young lads. Oh,
there's a radio control car on the pitch.
Control bring the ball on the pitch.
Yeah, well, there we go.
How Euro 2000?
It does, yeah. We're fully cosmopolitan here at Wembley. We're getting all the bells and whistles. They're giving us all the treats as the car goes off the pitch now.
It's going to run into Ian Watson now.
It is.
I'll tell you what, that's some pressure, by the way.
It certainly is. And also there was a camera on it as well, a 360 camera. So there'll be an amazing view from that on social media, I would imagine, from the sponsors. But Jack Senior stands over the ball here at Wembley Stadium. We're about to get underway. And there we go. Gateshead must just chase this ball down. Played out the back from Halifax. And at the moment, Stott can just play it across to Deborah. Very physical defender as he's blocked by Camille Conta. Ball goes out to play for a throw to Gateshead, to Halifax, just inside their own half.
You get the feeling Carmen Conta will absolutely relish
the battle.
A day like today, won't you?
Certainly will. Well, Deborah just tries the ball. He's gonna throw it down the line. Kempton Richardson loses out in the aerial battle, but the ball bounces through to Montgomery and the Gateshead goal. All in yellow, James Montgomery today. As Monty rolls the ball out. Gateshead play it out. Ollie drops deep and gives it to Louis Story. Gateshead playing their process, as we know. Comfortable with the ball at the back as the ball goes forward, looking for the run of Owen Bailey. He gets the header. No, he doesn't. It just bounces away from him. It's going to be cleared down the line. Magny nods it inside, but only as far as number 14, as Jack Hunter that put it forward, but it went out of play for a throw to Halifax. We're about level distance what we are from Gateshead Stadium pitch.
Probably,
yeah. Throw on the far side. Although I believe on your camera it'll be near side. The TV camera's on the other side of the pitch to us if you are watching it and listening to us.
I think that's going to be another Halifax throw-in.
Another Halifax throw on the far side.
We should say, Dave, that the monitor we have in front of us is about 7 seconds behind. So,
and I think that's where everyone else is synced up. I think we're 7 seconds behind, and so is the TV. If people are doing both, so quite fortuitous that is the case. But at the moment, Halifax trying to probe down the left-hand side. Hunter plays it back. Stott will play it all the way back to Sam Johnson, who clears the ball up the pitch. Dan Ward will calmly go back and pass the ball back to Montgomery. Monty clears the ball up the pitch towards Camille Conter. Deborah manhandling there, appeals for a foul, but the throw goes to Gateshead.
Wow, okay. I've got to be honest, it looked like a Halifax ball to me, but there we go.
Well, the throw is going to be taken by Kenton Richardson. Great to see him back.
It is. Just to sort of look at the formation, it looks as if Camille Conter is the main support of the forwards, with Greg Ollie playing deeper alongside Magnay.
Well, I think that's more for the physical battle, as Aaron Martin wins a throw-in just inside the gated half near the technical area. So both Mike Williamson and Ian Watson are in full conversation down there. But it's played to the back. Story has it now. Back to Monty. Montgomery picks out Ollie, who's in acres of space. Now he can drive forward with the ball. Crosses the halfway line. He's got men to the left and the right, but it goes out to the right. And now Magnay gives it to Owen Bailey. Back to Magnay. Plays it back to Tinkler just inside his own half. And now we've got the ball played forward for Bailey. Can he get a head onto it? It's nodded down inside, and Campbell gets onto the loose ball, but his touch couldn't get it towards a Gateshead shirt. And now, lovely turn from Halifax, but good recovery and tackle from Richardson. And I think Jamie Cook appreciated that one as well. Give him a tap on the back. Gateshead still in possession through Tinkler on the right-hand side. Plays it into the centre of defence to Story, halfway inside his own half. Kenton Richardson into Ollie, gets it back. Well, now the ball pumped forward up towards Aaron Martin. Chests it, couldn't control it, but Gateshead pick up the loose ball. Eventually they get under control, but Tinkler, calm as you like, just gets it under control, plays it out to Ward on the left-hand side. Lovely little touch. Does his handball there? No, but it is Goulden doing very well to hold off Dan Ward, and the ball's been prodded clear, but only as far as Richardson. Back to Story. Story now plays it inside to Ollie. Ollie over to Robbie Tinkler, who just waits for movement, plays it back to Story. Gateshead calm in their approach and build-up. But now Bailey has it on the right-hand side. Oh, sorry, it's Carl Magnay. It's over there. Tinkler stands on the halfway line with the ball, picks out a ball to Campbell, who lays it back to Ollie. Gateshead trying to open up areas down the right-hand side of the pitch. And now Magnay lays it out to Bailey. Bailey to Campbell, back to Bailey. Now Ollie has the ball. Gateshead moving the ball with each moment. Tinkler.
Just need a little bit extra movement.
Yeah. I think it's just a cagey affair, isn't it? A cagey start. But at the moment, Louis Story plays it across the defence to Kenton Richardson. Well,
it's really interesting for the game. I don't know if you heard, but Chris Millington, the Halifax manager, referred to Gateshead as everyone's favourite second team, which I thought was quite a compliment for the style of play.
Well, the ball's been pinged forward there. Bailey tries to get it back to a teammate. He does eventually get it there. Ollie plays back to Kenton, and as we've seen all season, or for a few seasons now, Gateshead very calm in their approach, like to build from the back. Now Bailey has the ball right-hand side, plays inside to Magnay. Magnay plays the run of Campbell, who he does, and Campbell's on the right-hand side of the box. Can he pull it across? Good tackle to corner to Gateshead.
Really good player, really patient. Campbell, you know what he's going to do when he gets in mind that pace. Just his first touch at the ball a little bit too far away from, but it's a great tackle. A great tackle to get back in. Interesting to see what's going to happen here, because Gateshead have been working really hard on set pieces. We may see something a little bit intricate here, something different.
Wow. And we have been seeing that towards the back end of the season, but I think this one's going to go more direct here. As the players around the penalty spot, it does. It goes short to Campbell. Campbell puts it back to Ollie. Ollie tries to dink it over. It's headed away. It hasn't been completely cleared yet by Golden. Now he moves it over his shoulder, but not fully clear. Gateshead on the edge of the box. Magnay gives it. Story gives it back to Magnay. Is that a free kick? Oh, he's given it the other way.
Must be handball, I assume.
Yeah. Well, Magnay pleads his innocence, but it's a free kick to Halifax, just on the edge of their own box.
Yeah, I think it's good for handball.
Well, if everyone could like and subscribe that are watching, help us reach more people, that would be great. Of course, we know a lot of the people that would be normally listening are here in the stand, but we're wanting the people in the far reclines. We know who you are. We know that you were unable to get here. Maybe you're working or ill, and we hope it's a good substitute. But Magnay wins the header. It's picked up in midfield, though, by Halifax, but Campbell pings it off a Halifax player's face, and now is driving forward with the ball as Capello. Capello, he's got past Kenton Richardson, but he's got back to block it, and it's a corner to Halifax. A little bit of trickery there from Angelo Capello.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a slip. I think it's Rob Parker, number 17, who's had the run there. A little slip in Gateshead's defence. Looked a little bit nervous there, but kept it tight for a corner. Big side as well, Halifax, aren't they?
They certainly are, but they've went for a short corner themselves, and now Ali plays it back off a Gateshead player. Comes off Bailey, and it's another corner.
Well, that one just stood his ground.
Lots of Gateshead flags down there, even some Newcastle ones here lending support. Tyneside come out in its numbers today.
I think this one's possibly going to go straight in.
Well, it's tussling. Robbie Tinkler, he was in a headlock there.
It's Jack Hunter, isn't it?
Yeah, he had Robbie Tinkler in a headlock for a brief second there, the tussle. Well, referee's having a word there as an aeroplane flies overhead here at Wembley Stadium. Look at them, they're getting a free seat up there for a brief second of the game. Into the 10th minute, it's 0-0, but Halifax have their second corner of the game.
Still going on.
Well, the ball comes in now. Montgomery,
Easy,
safe hands, straight out, and he quickly distributes it now up towards Ward. And I think the defender's going to have an easy time heading that one clear, but can Gateshead pick up the second ball? It hasn't. Hunter puts it out to Gilmore. Back inside to Hunter, back to Gilmore. He's got Deborah in front of him, who receives the ball, tries to play back inside for the run of Gilmore, but Gateshead can stifle that. But Kenton Richardson forced to his own corner flag and puts the ball out of play for a throw about 10 yards from the corner flag on our right-hand side.
Yeah, just Halifax coming back into it, don't they? After Gateshead had the best of the first sort of 5-6 minutes. I think it's pretty obvious why this one's going by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a long throw from Deborah. Jessie Deborah, we've seen this at Gateshead International Stadium earlier this season. There's quite a few teams using the long throw to good effect.
He's still being pressured there.
In comes the long throw towards the 6-yard area. Gateshead haven't managed to clear it yet, but now they can through Tinkler, who gets it to Adam Campbell. Lays it off, and the ball's played forward for Aaron Martin to chase onto. And was he fouled there? But the goal doesn't matter. Goes out
did
for
well
him.
there, really well, Aaron Martin. He's just got to hold that up and try and win something. He's done fantastically well. We should say, obviously, we talked to people in and around the team at the minute, and they're saying Aaron Martin's been excellent in training, and obviously the practice game they had last Saturday. So hopefully he can take that into today, because there's only him and Will Harris who can really play up top.
Tinkler receives the ball back, plays it back to Louis Story. Of course, victorious at Wembley before with Hebburn Town, and are also involved in the match day squad for South Shields.
Yeah, unused sub when they won it. It's actually 6 years ago today.
Montgomery pings the ball up to Camille Conter, and the ball just uncharacteristically pings away from him, but he's putting good pressure on to try and win the ball back.
There.
There's no foul. He fell over there as the Halifax manager applauds the decision there.
He would.
Oh, Ian Watson talks to the fourth official. Not too sure about that one, but it's a free kick about 5 yards inside the Gateshead half. And if you're just joining us, it's Halifax 0, Gateshead 0. 12 minutes into the first half.
It's a really high-line Gateshead holding from this free kick. Robbie Gilmore going to swing it in towards the edge of the Gateshead area.
I think it's going to come in with pace, this one. I guess it's lofted up towards the edge. It's going to have to be the aerial battle. Has to be won by Gateshead, but they can pick up the second ball, and now Tinkler can clear the ball out and relieve some pressure. But Aaron Martin does well to get there. He's up against Golden, and the ball's going to fall to Ali on the far side, who twists and turns, tries to get past Robbie Tinkler, and he couldn't. But he had left Magnet behind there. Magnet plays forward to Campbell. Now Gateshead trying to break as Campbell drives forward with the ball. Aaron Martin in front of him, who gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Bailey shows for support down the line. And now Gateshead just slow it down. Tinkler inside to Ollie. Back to Tinkler. Gateshead will look to get the ball moving forward, but that one didn't find it. And Louis Story slips there, and now Halifax can try and break. And the players got round Robbie Tinkler and Story, and he's gone out to the far side. He hasn't got any support in the middle, and he's played the ball straight out of play for a throw on the far side. And it's a real shame for him, because he did some good work there, but he had no options.
Yeah, Rob Parker again just getting in behind the sort of right side of that Gateshead defence, but his teammates couldn't keep up with him, could they?
They certainly couldn't. Gateshead have another throw. Robbie Tinkler is going to try and launch this one up towards Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin in a real tussle there. Jack Hunter will calmly play it back.
Good pressure.
As Camille tries to close down the Deborah clearance. Golden now wins the header, but it didn't go out though. It fell back in play. And now, nice turn as well. And he's driving forward with the ball. Cook goes down, appeals for a penalty from our left-hand side.
Genuinely can't believe that's a penalty.
Not at all.
It wasn't even a challenge on him.
Just tried to run into two Gateshead players, but Gateshead playing out from the back again. Ollie comes up there deep to pass it back to Monty. Halifax trying to put a high press on, but the ball over the top, looking for the run of Ollie. Owen Bailey, and he's chasing it down, and he's going to foul. Yeah, free kick given. A little bit eager there, Owen Bailey.
It's one of them. I think if you can just take another couple of steps and maybe get in behind, I think it's Capello. You could probably class it as a shoulder bodge. Capello, more of a winger than a wing back, so there might be somewhere Gateshead can exploit, especially when Adam Campbell pulls out that right-hand side.
Well, free kick. Johnson places the ball down. Towards the left-hand side of the pitch, over goes, and Magni wins the header, but it's going to fall to the captain, Senior. Got it up the pitch, and Gateshead just can pick up the second ball. And calmly, they're going to try and build from the back again. Kenton Richardson plays it back to Montgomery. And at the moment, Gateshead got into the rhythm, really, of what we've seen this season.
Just need
some gaps to appear, don't they?
Yeah, it'll come.
Montgomery pings the ball up towards Owen Bailey. The ball headed straight out, though, by the captain.
That is one thing they will have consistently is Owen Bailey's sort of height advantage on Capello. So they may well try that dive quite a few times.
Well, now we wait for Tinkler just on the halfway line to take this throw. Ollie shows for him. Gives the ball back to Tinkler. Tinkler looks to get the ball moving forward. Aaron Martin holds it up well. Bailey to Tinkler. Ball over the top for Aaron Martin, but there's blue shirt there and it's being cleared. And now Louis Story will just calmly bring that down and play it back down the line. Picked up by a blue shirt there in the middle. That's Gilmore. Does well to distribute it to Deborah. And Deborah now can cross the halfway line here on the right-hand side of the pitch. Golden receives the ball. Plays it back down the line for Deborah to chase onto, but Magny is there for cover, and he plays it off Magny, and out it goes for a throw.
Yeah, good solid disciplined play there from Magny, just recognising the danger, using his experience and getting in and just seeing the ball out of play, but going to see another one of these long throws.
We certainly aren't, and it's exactly the same territory as it was earlier on as well, as he dries the ball on his shirt. And there we go, crowding on Montgomery there. Still waiting for this to come in. As the ball launched up there, it's more towards the penalty spot this time. Foul given on Magne.
Probably could have played on there because Conte was away.
Yeah.
Again, strong from Magne. He's played the sort of midfield role quite a few times this season now, hasn't he, with everything going on. And it's all about his experience just in front of the defence.
Certainly has. Well, the ball comes out to Kenton Richardson, who takes a touch, plays it down the line to Ward. Ward tries to play it inside. Deborah's there. But the ball went up in the air more than up the pitch. But Conte tries to win it back. But Kenton Richardson, calm as you like, just strokes it back to Montgomery. And Gateshead can reset again.
Do you think Gateshead need to try and get a little grip in midfield?
Yeah. And the ball back to Tinkler. Wasn't the greatest, but Tinkler can get it to Montgomery. And Montgomery takes a touch and clears the ball down the pitch. Aaron Martin's got acres of space to nod it on. And Senior did very well. Capello did very well there to intercept that one. Story nods it forward. Brought down by Ollie. Ollie, if he sees Ward the runner, he tries to pick him out, but Golden's there and hooks it clear. Greg Ollie,
no communication there.
No communication as the ball goes out to this right-hand side, and now Cook can drive forward with the ball. He's got Golden on the overlap, plays it off Greg Ollie, still has the ball though, and now Halifax have to build from the back again. Good pressure from Campbell though, trying to chase it down. And Halifax moving the ball well as Louis Story. I thought he was going to be pulled up for a foul there, but Gateshead in possession. Richardson gives it to Story. Story back inside to Richardson. Of course, missed a big chunk of the back end of the season after being injured on England C duty.
It's easy for you to say.
Put the wrong teeth in this morning as Kent Richardson drives forward with the ball, gets it out to Campbell. Campbell now has Bailey, puts it over the top, but you're actually in for Aaron Martin, and the ball goes out to play for a throw to Gateshead halfway inside the Halifax half.
I do think, I know we're only 18 minutes in, but I do think Gateshead need to get Campbell in the game more. He's sort of been little flashes, but if you're going to get him running at this defence, there'll be issues for them. Same
with Dan Ward. We haven't seen much of the left-hand side, but as I say that, the ball comes over to Kenton Richardson. Plays it forward to Camille Conter, who gets it under control. Lays it back to Ollie. Gateshead in a lot of possession here, making Halifax do a lot of running early on. As Ollie just gives it to Richardson. Richardson back to Montgomery. But it's been a very resolute back four from a back five, should I say, from Halifax, which has limited the options for Gateshead to try and break it down.
Yeah, Aaron Martin's worked really hard trying to give options. I think he just needs to try and get in the game a bit more, doesn't he? Maybe Gateshead have to trust him a little bit more and get that ball in and try and get the likes of your Conters and Campbells and Wards and Bailey's playing off him.
But if you're just joining us, we're 20 minutes in here at Wembley Stadium. Gateshead 0, Halifax 0. And it's a fairly even game at the moment. No real chances on goal. There's Jesse Deborah with another long throw down the line. Kent Richardson battling. Ward can pick up the loose ball and comes off Jack Hunter. Throw into Gateshead just in front of the technical area.
Feels nervy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I think both sides are nervous of making a mistake there.
Just trying to feel their way into the game a little bit.
But Richardson with the ball in hand, looking for someone to pick out. Gets it to Aaron Martin, who lays it off to Conter. Conter plays it across to Robbie Tinkler, and now Gateshead can try and build down the right-hand side. As Bailey shows, gets the ball. Campbell's in front of him, Magne's on the inside, but he plays it back to Tinkler. Tinkler with Story. Now with Richardson, who can get quickly close down Kenton.
Yeah, they're working hard, Halifax.
They are.
Just trying to press Gateshead back.
Montgomery tries to pick out the run of Dan Ward, and Golden wins the header. Deborah picks up the second ball and clears it into touch. There's no nonsense there. Oh, and someone have a magnificent header in the stand there. And Gateshead have a throw just past the Halifax dugout. And be looking to try and carve something out here.
I just think in a minute it's Halifax win the second balls.
Yeah.
You know, Gateshead want to sort of wrestle the initiative here. Then
Dan Ward has the ball, tries
Free
to get
kick.
forward. Is that a free kick off the ball? This is a good area, this. It's about 25 yards out, left-hand side of the box. Greg Ollie is going to be the man to put this one in. And the referee's giving him a stern talking to there, the player.
Got to be inch-perfect delivery from Greg Ollie. Big side Halifax.
Well, the man that captained Gateshead to a league title is captaining Gateshead at Wembley Stadium. What magic can the captain conjure up here? Takes a few strides back. Referee is happy now. And in comes the delivery from Ollie. Goes along the ground. Campbell gets there. Can he pull it back across? Gets it to Ollie. Ollie puts the delivery in. Oh, it's been cleared. Only as far as Conter. And the ball.
Oh, what referee?
Judged to a foul there.
He's just got up first.
Well, free kick to Halifax.
Lovely idea, though, from Gateshead. Something
Yeah.
a bit different. That's not a foul. I'm just watching the replay again. It's not a foul.
Yeah.
He's got it above his man. There we go.
Well, we wait for Johnson to get the ball. He has now.
Great noise from both sets of supporters.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's a great atmosphere here. Hopefully that is coming across on the microphones. Johnson goes long with this goal, free kick. Gateshead lose out in the aerial battle, but pick up the second ball. The ball back to Montgomery from Tinkler. Had us worried for a second, but Montgomery clears it out, and it goes out for a throw just at the Halifax technical area.
Just bobbled, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, we await this throw-in to be taken. Deborah gets instruction from the Halifax manager, Middleton. Launches the ball forward yet again. Ball bounces over, picked up by Halifax, but well, the linesman was right in there. He didn't know who that came off, but Jimmy Cook did enough. It's a throw into Halifax, and yet again, that man, Deborah, he's got a good opportunity to put this ball in.
Just feel at the moment Halifax may well be the happier of the two sides.
Well, someone's asking where the game's played. Of course, it's Wembley Stadium. We're here. Jesse Deborah goes short with this throw. Does he get the ball back? Conter, no, doesn't lose the physical battle. The ball's crossed in. It's going to the back post. Way too much on it. And it's going to bounce out of play for a throw on the far side. And Conter, as I say, maybe got away with one there. The cross wasn't the greatest.
It wasn't. Just strong, wasn't he, Deborah? Really?
Yeah, he's a man mountain as the ball up towards Aaron Morton. It's a foot race now, but the ball, Sam Johnson quickly out of his area. No nonsense from the keeper and puts it into the stand.
It's probably somewhere Gateshead can get a little bit of joy, you know. The ball over the top. Morton's got a bit of pace and get the feeling this back line doesn't.
Yeah, I think Jamie Stott there, you can see by body language there, he wasn't happy that he was in that position.
Nice.
Campbell now has the ball. Goes for a shot, deflected. Deborah in the middle. Johnson claims it though. Just didn't get the connection. Adam Campbell there. Well, Gateshead have the ball. His ball goes out for a throw in there. I thought he was going to give a free kick there.
He did seem to dive in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, is Jesse Deborah going to be the man to take the throw? No, he isn't. It's Goulden. Goulden now pings the ball up the top there, but Kent Richardson has a three-header. Ollie tries to nod it on, but picked up by Gilmore. And now, Senior can play the ball out to Capello on the far side. This ball nearly intercepted inwards as Jack Hunter plays it out to Capello, who's trying to open up, gets past Robbie Tinkler, gets down to the dead ball line, he goes down in installments. Referee says no.
Well, you've just said why, Dave.
Yep.
Because he went down in installments. If he's gone straight down, I think he probably gets something there.
Yeah.
But he's gone down.
I think he's trying to get to the box, wasn't he? He's trying to get to the penalty area.
100%, yeah, absolutely.
So, well, Gateshead going to play it out from the back here. Oh, this is interesting. Magny is going to kick the ball off here. Are we seeing a reshape here? Possibly. Are we seeing Magny going into defence? Kenton out to left wing back.
I think they're just playing out.
Magnet gives it to Kenton.
Oh,
ball,
right, Kenton.
Ball back to Montgomery. Plays it out to Story, and Story can bring the ball forward as he does in typical fashion. The ball across though now up towards Ward. Golden's there. Conter brings it down in space zone. Conter turns, has to just find some space. Does very well there, Conter. Ollie back to Richardson. Ollie. Kenton Richardson just dawdled
He won the ball.
He won the ball. Yeah, that's. Well, we're just about to see the replay on our screen here, and
he's won the ball. You can see the touch.
Gilmore stands over this one to take it.
It's the slightest the touch on the ball. Just see the real slow motion there. Just something not quite clicking for Gateshead at the minute.
I think it's a very resolute defence from Halifax. They're well drilled, and as the ball goes in, and Story's missed the offside flag goes up. He put it past anyway.
Saved it, Monty.
Did he save it? Did he? Oh my word! I mean, the flag went up instantly, but you get in that position, you've got to hit the target.
It's a big save. I mean, technically, he has hit the target. Yeah. Montgomery saved it, but offside anyway.
I've never been so happy to see the flag go up.
It's a great save from Monty. He's not offside, you know. We've seen the replay there. Hang on. Yeah, he's not offside. No. Poor decision. I say that. Great decision.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the leg, wasn't it? Made himself big. You know, you can see at the moment, Gateshead, they're not having the success in the final third, but as I say that, Ollie has the ball now, driving forward, plays it for Aaron Martin, lovely first touch. Oh, he nearly gets past his man, and did he keep it in? Yeah. Johnson, he did well there.
Tell you, if that ball just got in front of Aaron Martin, he was away there, I think.
Yeah, I think looking after we've been into the game now, we're into the 29th minute. Gateshead, they're just trying to make Halifax work a little bit harder at the moment. They're really pushing out hard on us, and that's playing into Gateshead's hands somewhat, but they've got to stay focused.
Gateshead probably need to tire Halifax out because of the situation with the benches and that sort of issues. Let's be honest. I'm not sure how fit Lewis Knight is. I don't think he's trained a lot. But you look at Will Harris is arguably the only senior option on the bench apart from Phil Marshall. Dylan Archer, Ollie Thompson and Ben Franklin are going to be it's a big day for them because they probably will get game time at some point.
Ball played forward. Kenton Richardson nods it down to Ward. Ward gives it to Ollie, back to Ward. Lovely one-touch football. Now the ball up towards Aaron Martin. It's going to fall to Conter. Got stuck underneath his foot, but Aaron Martin pounces on. Now Ward drives to the left-hand side of the box. Just checks himself. Can he get it in there now? He's got support from Conter, who he uses. And Gateshead,
it's a little bit of wasted opportunity.
Slowed down there. They need to drive towards the goal line. And Gateshead with in possession through Story just inside their own half. But Magnay's got space to turn. Can he pick out a white shirt? Conter turns, lays it off to Tinkler. And at the moment, Gateshead might not be getting the ball too far forward, but they're making Halifax chase shadows at times. That was a poor ball in by Kenton Richardson. And now Ali drives forward with the ball. Just too much of a touch on it. And Montgomery can clear it away from the pass back from Tinkler. Aaron Martin nods the ball on. He's chasing down with Jack Senior, and he's going to get past him again. He's done very well, Aaron Martin, holding it up. He's up there by himself, and he's still going. Capello does very well, though.
Free kick. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The officials just...
It's not a physical game anymore, Mark.
It's not. Is it a foul?
Oh,
yeah, probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong there.
Yeah.
I just thought he got a touch on the ball, but he hasn't won. But good, I like that. Real tenacity at the top end of the pitch, really making this defence work. I think Gateshead have missed an opportunity there just a couple of minutes ago. Campbell free on his own right-hand side. Just got to get a ball across. I think if you look, we're seeing the replay now. I think he's just touched Capello before he's gone down.
Yeah, he's
taken man before ball, hasn't he?
More clumsy than intentional, but now Stott takes a touch, drives forward with the ball. Ward tries to get into it, but Ollie picks up the loose ball, tries to get past his man and doesn't. And now Cook can drive down the left-hand side, but he has to check himself and comes off Ollie and goes out for a Gateshead, a Halifax throw. And this is where Halifax are going to be dangerous when they interrupt and stifle what Gateshead are trying to do. But Mike Williamson, Liam Watson in deep conversation in the technical area. Jesse Deborah going to take the throw yet again. Takes it short this time.
Surely.
As Gateshead trying to get the ball off Jack Hunter, but he gets it to Gilmore.
It's a good turn.
Gilmore just makes space for himself, distributes it to Deborah. Deborah, nice bit of footwork, but Ollie intercepts, and now can Gateshead get the ball moving forward? They can. Oh, and lovely touch from Ollie. Aaron Martin. But just wouldn't sit up. Golden now under pressure. Driving forward with the ball.
It's closed down.
He needs to be closed down here. The ball through. He's surely offside. Surely that was an offside.
I don't think he was, though. I think he's played a blind run in behind, I think it's Louis Story.
Yes, he has. God, I love having replays. I always want to get this at Gateshead Stadium. There's Kent Richardson, pings the ball, looking for the run of Aaron Martin. Stott just clears it away. Cook under pressure. Ward can keep the ball in. Gets past his man. Now Ward. Oh, and he was off the floor. He was off the floor. Gilmore come in off the floor there. Wow. Well, it's a throw into Gateshead, left-hand side of the pitch.
Do you know, if Dan Ward connects there and actually touches the ball first, there's an argument to say Gilmore could well be walking because, it wasn't two-footed, but he was slightly out of control. Oh. No, one of Greg Ollie's long throws.
No, yeah, Greg Ollie. As now Story goes up there to be the target of the throw, to nod the ball on. Sun starting to shine on this edge of the pitch where Gateshead are at the moment. To Magnay, back to Ollie. Campbell, left-hand side of the box. Plays it inside to Magnay, who calmly gives it to Ward. Ward, can he pick out a white shirt? It comes in, it's poked clear by Capello. Has it stayed in? It has not. It's a corner to Gateshead on the far side.
Very intricate, all these set pieces, aren't they, from Gateshead? They're trying to work something a little bit different. Let's see what comes of this corner.
We're just starting to see Dan Ward get into the game a little bit now.
Yeah, he did really well, hasn't he, in the last sort of 5 minutes or so, started getting involved a bit more.
Well, Greg Ollie on the far side. Campbell goes over to give us an option short there, but...
Interesting. Halifax brought everyone back.
They certainly have. They don't want to get caught, do they? Is the ball up into the area? It's up in the air. It hasn't been cleared. Nodded on. Oh, he couldn't get directed forward. I think it was Louis Story there with the header.
Check the replay. Is it Bailey?
Oh, it was Owen Bailey. Owen Bailey tried to nod it on, but underneath it, didn't he?
It's a good chance,
Yeah.
Good chance. Free header. Just
didn't
get power on it.
So we talked about Ian Watson being in deep conversation with Mike Williamson. There's a lot of chat going on in the technical area of Halifax at the moment as Gateshead tried to win the ball back, played back to Senior, Stott in the centre, across to Deborah. Camille Conter trying to close down. Golden receives the ball. Played inside. Jack Hunter plays it across the midfield to Gilmore. Gateshead getting a little bit of the treatment they've had earlier on. They've chased the ball, but they win it back. And, not give it as Tinkler had went down and he's got a sting in that one. He's just limping a little bit. He'll be all right. Stott gives it to Deborah, though, on the edge of his area. Deborah plays it down the line. Kenton Richardson has time to nod it down to Ollie, but Ollie just didn't get there, and Hunter. Now Gilmore puts it out to Capello on the far side. The run on the inside, though, coming from Ali. Ali holding it up. Tinkler just there with him. Ball inside to Gilmore, though. Impressed. And now this is where Halifax look dangerous on the edge of the box. Can they get a shot off as Capello turns, goes across there, and there wasn't anyone coming in, really. There was, I think it was Cook that was there, wasn't it?
Do you know what? That's an unbelievable ball in, by the way.
Sorry, it was Harker that was there, but he didn't commit for it.
If he's committing there, he's got a tap in. But, great ball in from Capello. I think I mentioned him earlier, saying he had the second half of last season at Blythe Spartans and looked really good there. On loan from Sheffield United. But, you can't really do much more there as a winger.
Yeah. Well, the keeper was scrambling. If that had been someone just there to poke it in, he would have been in trouble. But a missed opportunity for Halifax is now Montgomery kicks the ball up the pitch towards Aaron Martin. Jesse Deborah heads it out of play, and it's a throw into Gateshead just past the technical area of Halifax.
You see, the problem there is, if we just look at it again in the replay, you're seeing Martin's kind of on his own.
Yeah.
He's not really got too many options around him.
At the moment, Bailey and Ward aren't really cutting inside enough to give him that support. Well, Kent Richardson gets the ball to Aaron Martin, and he managed to get it to Camille Conter. Now, Magnier just calmly gives it back to Tinkler inside his own half. And Gateshead, little chip ball over to Richardson. Ollie shows for him, quickly gives it back. Nice touch from Richardson to Camille Conter. Ollie. Story. Can Gateshead get this ball into the channels? As the ball goes across to the right-hand side of the defence. Tinkler gives it to Magnier. Magnier back to Tinkler. Nice footwork from Tinkler, but he's stand firm there against Ali and just gives the ball to Story. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Aaron Martin and Owen Bailey. Jam Johnson, he's come over the edge of the box there. He had to get there as well, didn't he? Smothers the ball on
Owen Bailey at first was asking if he was in his area when he's taking that. Oh, no.
Oh, I tell you.
I don't know what that looks like on the screens at home, but that was close.
Yeah. Sam Johnson. Long kick from the edge of his area. Kent Richardson wins the header. Magnier can bring it down calmly. Lays it off to Ollie. Ollie under pressure from Hunter, but Camille can keep the ball moving as he does. Lovely turn. Plays it to Campbell. Campbell, if he looks like he's got Ward on the overlap, but he's seen he was marked. Camille has the ball now. Ollie in the centre circle. Camille.
Colin Magnier took up a lovely position just in between the forward and
just ghosted there, didn't he? Wasn't spotted though as Owen Bailey. Oh yes, he's now driving down the right hand side. Can he get past Capello? He's done well to get back with him. Plays inside to lovely stuff. The flick to Ollie from Campbell. Ollie on the edge of the area goes for a shot, and well, he didn't get any kind of good connection with that. And wide it goes. Goal kick.
Just off balance, I think, when he's been put under a little bit of pressure. It's on his left foot as well, we should say.
So Owen Bailey did really well there. He can play in nearly every position, but wing play doesn't seem to be his strongest point. But he's given it everything out there today.
Well, he is, and you know that's the thing. You get Owen Bailey, he'll do any job you want. You'll play anywhere you want. I do think there's possibly a little change could happen, where he may go into centre midfield and a little switch around with Gateshead. Maybe Magnier drop into the back and Tinkler go right wing back, or even Kenton Richardson.
Well, ball cleared up the pitch. Magnier nods it forwards. Lovely bring down from Aaron Martin. He's having to battle to get into space. Ward doesn't pick up the ball though, and Golden plays it through the centre. Tinkler does well to cover and clear the ball, and Aaron Martin battling yet again with Deborah, cleared by Halifax. Ali loses out in the aerial battle, but they pick up the second ball through Cook out to Ali on the right hand side. He's got two in the box and a few coming round as well as Ali tries a little bit of footwork, and Camille Conter pokes it out on his Forrest Golden. He gets past Greg Ollie down to the dead ball line, pulls it back. Story puts it behind.
Yeah, dangerous moments there for Gateshead, just not committing the challenges quite as much as you'd like. Halifax making the most of making sure they get the loose balls. I just think that's an area Gateshead maybe have to improve, picking up on second balls.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait. Gilmore to place the ball down for the corner. Ali's over here with him. Is it going to be a short worked corner from Halifax like we've seen from Gateshead? It is. As Ali now is up against Owen Bailey. Lays it forward. Gilmore's in space for the shot. And just scoops it over. Well, must have took a deflection. Yeah.
Kenton Richardson, I think, has blocked that one. Really well worked. The short corner really worked there. Just created space. And I think maybe just should have got the shot away a little bit earlier. But Kenton Richardson doing well to make himself big and get the block on it.
Interesting to see that's why the fourth official was talking to the referee there. I've seen him talking to obviously close to the end for the board. We're into the 42nd minute. Gilmore takes it short to Ali again. Bailey closes him down. Ollie standing firm is there with him as well, and Bailey does very well. Ali thought he could do a little bit of trickery again this time, but Owen Burley just stood firm and put him out.
Yeah, really disciplined there from Owen Bailey. He could have just dived in, but held firm, and there's never a chance he was going to knock him off the ball.
Well, Gateshead calmly bring it out from the back through Louis Story. Magnay plays it back to Montgomery, who has to take a touch outside his area and ping the ball up towards Aaron Martin. Beats Stott in the air, but the second ball again is picked up, but Ollie gets that one. His ball, uncharacteristic, didn't find, but Conter drives forward with the ball now. He's up against Deborah. He's got Bailey on the far side, who he uses, and now there's players in the box. Can Campbell get it in there? He can. Towards Aaron Martin. Gets a header away and puts it well wide. He thinks it was a corner. I think they'd have to be stretching to get that one.
Yeah, definitely a goal kick. Good from Gateshead, right-hand side, worked well. Campbell Conter, been quiet first half, hasn't he? He's not really got as involved as he would like, but he's had flashes. But
to be honest, I think the team kind of picked itself, but I would say that I think the only thing that's caught me off guard is that Ollie's deeper than Camille Conter. I thought it would have been the other way around, but I suppose they've got that in their back pocket later on in the game if they want to try and switch that up. As Johnson's goal kick goes up towards Ali, bounces through to Tinkler, who says to Bailey, who heads it up and then headed forward by Senior. It's going to fall to Ali though. He's got 4 players around him. What can he do? Runs into trouble. And Story, he's played it back. And it's in the back of the net. The ball back to Montgomery. And Cook was there. Ball played off him and into the back of the net. It nestles. And Gateshead, they made life hard for themselves.
It did, yeah, just lack of concentration, wasn't it? And it could have went anywhere, let's be honest. But I think in that situation, we know they like to play out to the back. Maybe it is just clear the danger. Just didn't get enough on it. And once Montgomery's tried to clear it, once it hits the striker, it could literally go anywhere.
Well, there you go. Jimmy Cook, probably the only time he's ever scored with his rib cage. The back of his rib cage, that is.
I don't think you can look at Montgomery there. I don't think it's down to him. But just not the best decision. We'll look at it here again. We're just watching the replay, but I just feel as if there was, the decision making wasn't quite right there. Gateshead have done well to close down the defender. Story's just done it a bit blind.
Yeah.
And once Montgomery's clearing it, anything could happen there.
Well, unfortunate. That is, we're into the final minute here. Can't see there being much added on. 1 minute, I'd imagine at most. And Scholes with his bottom, it looks like. Gateshead kick off. Do they have a reply before half time? Camille Conter. Lovely bit of footwork, drives forward with the ball, has to twist and turn. Plays it back to Richardson. Ollie, Richardson. Now Story to Tinkler. Campbell tries to get a lovely flick through, but Aaron Martin's going to pick up the loose ball. Now Ollie has the ball. Magnay pings it out to Owen Bailey on the right. Plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell tries a bit of trickery, lays it off now to Magnay. Magnay can play it back out to Campbell. Can we get a delivery in the box? Gateshead just passing it around. It's going to fall to Kenton Richardson. Ward's on space on the left-hand side. Gateshead driving forward now to get it there, but passing it around. Ball in there, played blind, but Gateshead managed to get to it. Just couldn't control it, and now Golden will play that down the line. The goal scorer, Cook, clears the ball. Story comes off it to Gateshead throw, just inside their own half. Well, Camille back to Richardson. Richardson puts it over the top towards Aaron Martin. But even if he won ahead of, there was nobody around him to pick up the second ball.
Any chance of seeing the game?
Yeah. Someone stood in front of us here as Ali drives forward with the ball now. Camille Conter pulled out of a tackle there. He's still going. Dispossessed now, though. And Gateshead, well, no, he hasn't. He laid it off to Capello. Capello can drive forward. Good tackle, and Gateshead need to move forward. Get the ball moving quickly as Ollie drives forward with the ball. And that's a cynical tackle right in front of the referee. Yellow cards. And that was it. Capello. I think he's took a yellow for nothing there.
Took one for the team. I think Gateshead would have been away. Can't say we'll have too much injury time here, which is why that's probably a sensible foul. Not that we can see the game because there's two people standing in front of us.
Yes, which is very annoying. So got a free kick just on the halfway line. Robbie Tinkler, and it's going to be put up towards the edge of the box here. There's Tinkler now. Oh, he plays it short, gets it back. Now he's going to ping it up. Surely the ball goes up towards the edge of the area there. Alt's brought down by Bailey on the edge of the box. Can he distribute it off? Does he been pushed down? Peels for Conter. Oh, cleared, but it's only as far as a white shirt, and there is the half-time whistle, and Gateshead will go in frustrated. You would say they weren't fully in control, but it wasn't out of their hands, and the only real chance Halifax got was for a poor back pass.
Yeah, it's you look at it and you think there's not much between the two teams as we thought there wouldn't be. It's just a disappointing moment, which Gateshead have got this in them to be able to react to moments like that. They've done it in the past. This is the style of play. Sometimes this happens. Louis Story will think he should have done better. I know what Louis like, but he won't dwell on it. He'll be thinking about, right, what can we do going forwards? That's the challenge now for Gateshead. And, it's all about what happens the next 45 minutes rather than what's gone.
Well, the next 45 minutes is bigger than what we thought it was going to be, and Gateshead need to come from behind here at Wembley Stadium. It's the FA Trophy final here live on the Heed Army podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to have a little break here, and we're just going to play out an interview with Carl Magny, one of the Gateshead players. Of course, he played at Wembley here in 2014. We'll be back with you before the teams come out for the second half. We have our guest, the man, the myth, the Magny. Here he is.
Very good, Dave. I did like that.
Looking pretty relaxed. All right, Mags.
Was that from Chorley last season? That?
Yeah, it was Chorley. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I did enjoy that one, David. Fine work.
It was. I say that obviously excitement's all building. We can all allow ourselves to get excited for this game now, obviously with the league games out the way. You've been in this position. Is this the fifth time you possibly could get to Wembley?
Fourth. This will be fourth.
Yeah. So, I mean, fair to say, you're not getting on that far in age, but you've got a bit of experience, and you've got experience in these games now. So you're going to be bringing that into the dressing room, surely.
I plan to, but I mean, it is fair to say that I am knocking on. You can say that without us getting offended. But yeah, I think considering it is such a young group, it's important that I bring that experience. And of course, you've got Clarkey, who was involved the first time round. We went with Gateshead, so having someone like him in the building that the lads love and respect, he can obviously chuck his hat into it as well. So yeah, if we were to get there, I'm sure there's plenty of people that we can call on that can sort of bring the lads at ease and give them a taste of what to expect, I suppose.
Yeah, and I say it's just obviously it's all ramping up at the moment. Where we've had a blast tonight with Said. Actually, someone's asked us to ask Carl the big question: have you been watching the show at all before you come on?
I haven't seen tonight. I've been working, but I have watched the show previously, but not tonight. What have I missed?
Well, you missed my 8-year-old daughter while she was supposed to be in bed. Has covered herself in lipstick all over her face, and we want to know. It's been she's been on the show showing it off. Do you know how to remove lipstick well?
Not well. I should know because I've got two nieces, but no, anything that involves mess, or if there's nappy needs changing, I'm a classic uncle and just leave the room.
Yeah,
and just let the parents deal with that. It's none of my business. I'm
afraid. I try to do that as a dad. I'll let these lads ask some questions while I think.
Good lad. So, Carl, Mickey's nervous. Do you get nervous before these big games, or do you just sort of get in the zone and just go and do your thing?
I think I used to get really nervous. I've never really showed it. I probably don't get as nervous as lads that I've played with in the past. I've seen some lads really struggle with big games. At different clubs and stuff. I've had a teammate at Hartlepool who would actually be sick before games, and not even big games, just normal league games. Would take himself off into the cubicle and would actually be violently sick before just a normal league game, so I'm not on that level, but I think it is what everyone says. You need them nerves to get the best out of yourself, to make sure that you're alive and you're on your front foot when the game starts. As I've gotten older, I've tended to not feel the pressure or the noise as much. But yeah, there will definitely be an element of nerves going into the game at the weekend, especially given, what it means and what's at stake.
Oh, absolutely.
Given what's at stake, I'm nearly being violently sick and shit myself.
Both ends.
You would have got on the truth bags. My underpants are wrecking. It's on you bloody Thursday.
Man.
Lovely.
But that's, do you know, as awful as that sounds, Mickey, that's, and I don't mean this to sound sadistic, but that's what we want. That's what we want you to go through. That's what we do it for.
It's been doing it for years, Mark. So
I think it's good to feel something, and it's obviously preferably not out of both ends, like you've said there. But we as players, you want to give fans the opportunity to get excited, and this hopefully is a good opportunity for yourselves to look forward to something. But even if it's a nervous feeling, just to feel something as a fan. I'm obviously a fan myself, and that's what you want, I
just want to see you recreate that. We're going to Wembley on the pitch side again, like you did the last time. That's still.
I remember that on the track after the Grimsby game.
So Ben Allison, you mustn't be up with the full bio of Carl Magnier, but which teams have you been to Wembley with? Of course, it was Gateshead. You mentioned Grimsby, and was it Hartlepool the other one?
No. This was when I was a kid. So the new Wembley, I've been there twice with Gateshead and Grimsby.
Yeah.
But then when I was a kid, I was there like in youth tournament sort of thing. So yeah. Professionally, I've only been twice, so this would be the third time professionally. Now,
I don't know if you can remember this story, and I don't know if you still do it, but when you came on the podcast, you said that the lads used to give you a little bit of jip for a little John Terry statue that you used to bring with you to the games.
That's absolute. That is complete bollocks. Who told you that? It had to be in Chandler or Marwood or somewhere like that, was it?
I think it was. I was going to say, can you dig it out and bring it on Saturday?
That is completely. They've had you on there because but it was just. Obviously, the whole Chelsea thing and that, and when I was younger, maybe I did speak about it subconsciously quite a lot. I don't know. I certainly don't anymore after the stick that I got because of it. But it's unavoidable sometimes. If a new player came into the dressing room, they would maybe ask, what was it like at Chelsea, and different players. And as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, which. Just being polite. I couldn't sit there and just ignore the kid or whoever was asking the question. But as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, like I could see, especially that group, Chandler and Marwood, and all their eyes were going down the dressing room thinking, "Oh, here he goes again. Here's JT." If he drops JT in the conversation. So then they started making these lies up. Or they've obviously told you that I had a John Terry figurine that I used to carry around. I do appreciate JT. I've got a lot of respect for him, but I don't carry a miniature plastic in my bag or whatever on a daily basis.
I'm absolutely devastated. I thought that was true. I thought he'd be on your mantelpiece.
Honestly, I genuinely believed he had one of them, the other little cartoon figurines. I thought, I wonder if he's still got it. I was like,
no. We're all still in a group chat now, and can you remember Josh Walker, who played for season on the Gary Mills? Josh is double lively in that group chat, and now and then, just randomly, even though it's been 8 years since we all left each other as a squad, there'll just be a photo of me and John Terry like pop in the group, or just randomly, and no context behind it whatsoever. So yeah.
Have the lads wished you luck for Saturday? Have they
Not yet. Everyone's. I'm just seeing the group chat kick off here because Marwood's just had a second child. So
fantastic!
Quality.
I thought he was wagging.
Yeah, he's taking the attention at the minute, but I'm sure there'll be a few messages prior to the game. Because to be fair, that group, there's a lot of us who are all really close friends, and we see each other quite regular and drop each other messages and whatever they're doing now.
You mentioned Josh Walker. He's back playing, isn't he, in Scotland at a lower level? But nice to see him back playing. He scored a raker of a goal the other week.
Did he?
Yeah,
who's
about 30 yards. It's I think it's like Northern League level in Scotland.
Is it? And last I knew, he was playing for Edinburgh City, I think.
Yeah, no, this was hired, and then I think he's dusted the boots off to play for a lower league side. But there was.
I was going to say it must be really low league because judging by his height when he was on holiday, he got some stick about his gut. So it must be.
Hey, Carl,
he's getting to play at this stage.
Yeah.
You see any comparisons with the unity in this squad to the one that went to Wembley in 2014, Carl?
I do. I thought that last season, actually, when I come in last season, it's a brilliant group. There's some great characters. For me, it's strange though because I'm a lot older than this current group, and I sort of sit there a bit nostalgic, really, imagining myself at that age that they are all are. I just sort of thinking back.
Well, they join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium, and just before we go any further, we'd like to play a message from our sponsors because without them we wouldn't be able to be doing this here today. So we'll be back in a second. Well, Mark, some things in life do come true. We're been on screen numerous times in the past few seconds behind a dancing DJ here at Wembley Stadium. Well, we had a little time to. We've just composed our thoughts. We haven't really spoke, have we, Mark?
We haven't. I was busy working.
Yeah, busy work. I went to the toilet and just took a breath. Really, it flew by that 45 minutes. I must admit. But Gateshead, we know they are capable. They need to step it up. There's nothing to lose now. They've got to go for it. So, do you see a change coming after about 60 minutes, or do you think there'll might be a change within what the formation they've already got now?
I think it'll stay as it is for now. I don't see there's a need to change it just yet. But once they get to maybe 65 minutes midway through the half, you may well see a little change in formation. I'm not sure in terms of if they'll make subs at that point. It'll probably depend on how people's fitness levels are looking. But you may well see. I'm just looking. Actually, Will Harris has gone through quite the warm-up, so maybe we are going to see a change. But,
yes, he's absolutely doing sprints there, isn't he? So could we see Will Harris coming on? I mean, if you were to bring him on, you would definitely have him up top with Aaron Martin. I think he needs more support. Do you go to 4 at the back and sacrifice maybe Carl Magnay in midfield and bring Owen Bailey in, and then put 4 at the back with Kenton left wing back? And or left back, and then have and Harris up top.
If I'm going to be honest, but everything you've said there's just confused us. So I'm not too sure. I think, to be honest, if Will was to come on, you may well see him out wide at first.
Yeah, and
they'll stick with the formation as it is, and then once maybe then there'll be a change to a 2-man front line if the game hasn't changed. But I do think at the minute, and I could be wrong, I do think at the moment it'll stay as it is. I don't think Gateshead have played badly. They haven't. That would be a step too far to suggest they played badly. But they haven't controlled the game as much as I think they would like to. I think they haven't made the impact in the final third they would have wanted to. But we know this Gateshead side. It's not a lack of trying. It never is. They will keep going second half. It's just a case of trying to find that breakthrough, trying to get your likes of Adam Campbell and players like that in the game a bit more. And trying to get trying to get back on level terms and really make an impact here as they come back out.
Well, Gateshead come back out onto the pitch first. We get a round of applause here from the Gateshead fans on the left, some boos from the right. So it's all to play for still. It's only a 1 goal deficit. And Gateshead, you would say, were slightly on top in the first half, I think, possession-wise. But that's not to take away from Halifax. So still a very dangerous side, as we know. Bit of a bogey side. And we'll see what can happen here in the second half. I don't think there's going to be a change anytime soon, but we did see a vigorous warm-up from Will Harris.
Well, have to be, because like I say, he's pretty much the only fully fit senior outfield player on the bench, so he's got to be ready whenever he's needed. I just think Gateshead in the final third just haven't maybe imposed themselves on the Halifax back line, who I think can be got at. I do think in particular Jesse Deborah can be played around, so maybe it could be a case of swapping Campbell and Ward and possibly trying to get Campbell running at Deborah on the right-hand side of that defence.
Wow. Halifax are nearly all back out onto the pitch. Gateshead ready to kick off here. They are going to be shooting towards each other's fans here now, both teams, and the atmosphere will no doubt ramp up here at Wembley Stadium. Big thank you to everyone that has joined us, and keep their messages coming in as the flags wave around us as well. There's a few here in the stands. There's people still making their way back from the concourse where they've had their refreshments and toilet stops. But the action starts again. Gateshead get us back underway. Robbie Tinker has the ball. Campbell plays it inside to Magny. Magny tries to get the ball out to Bailey.
Looks pretty much the same setup, doesn't it?
It's exactly the same at the moment. As Bailey tries to turn his man, gets going. Capello, does he foul him there? No. Strong from the little man. Has just tried to overplay it, and Ollie can pick it up in midfield and plays it back to Kenton Richardson. And they're still doing a high press, Halifax. Maybe not as high as intensive as it was in the earlier stage of the game, but Magny can play it back to Story. Story can just trot forward a few yards with the ball, plays it out to Kenton Richardson. Back to Montgomery.
Campbell very close to Aaron up top.
Yeah. There on the ball headed back, and Ward's got space. Can he get this delivery? And he tries to put it back, wins a corner. Campbell, hands on his head. He knew he was in space.
Yeah, that's good. It's a bit more direct than they have played first off, but there's an error there in the back line. This is what I mean. I think you can get at this defence. I think you can make mistakes and really pressure them.
Well,
you want to take this quick.
Yeah, an early goal here would be quite something, but we'll see what Gateshead can do. Play it short. Adam Campbell gives it to Magny. Magny gives it back to Ollie. Gateshead trying to work it around the box as Campbell now plays it in, takes a deflection. Can it be held up? There's Aaron Martin knows a fall there. Nothing given. Gateshead still in possession, but moving back down the pitch. But Tinkler gets it out to Bailey here on the right-hand side. Story's forward in support. Play it back to Kenton, who finds himself in the centre of defence. Just carries the ball forward himself. Gateshead continuing in the style of possession play as Tinkler. Story who finds himself in Tinkler's position. Story puts it back to Tinkler. Puts it across the far side to Greg Ollie. Gets it forward. Nice. Lovely touch from Campbell. And good tackle on the far side there from, I think it was from Capello, finds himself on that side.
Really good tackle. Gateshead just trying to find a way through this defence, aren't they? And plenty of movement there, which was good to see, which we like to see.
Well, throw in taken. Gateshead trying to get the ball moving forward. Campbell plays it across to Tinkler. Gateshead can bring the ball forward. Owen Bailey's hugging the right touch line. Needs some movement though. Gets the ball. Ollie's inside. So is Camille. But there isn't many gaps if they get it. And nice touch and footwork from Camille Conter. Back to Bailey. Now Conter makes the run down the right-hand side. Oh, and the ball comes off and just didn't stick to him. Now it goes for a throw to Halifax.
It's patient. I just think that the movement's got to be a little bit more intelligent from Gateshead. And you can see the space down here. And there's a bit of a gap between the left back and the left side centre back, the left wing back, I should say, that can be exposed. I think that is one area you can get in behind this Halifax defence.
We wait the throw to be taken down in front of us here. Now it is. The captain, Senior. And we kept in by Story, puts it back up towards Senior, who nods it away. It's going to be brought down by Magnate to Campbell. Lovely touch. Campbell puts it out to Ward on the left-hand side. Campbell's busting a gut to help and show there. Gives it to Campbell now. Good movement from Gateshead. Aaron Martin holds up, gives it back to Campbell. Campbell goes for a curling shot. Didn't get what he wanted on it, but better from Gateshead. They're making the defence move.
Yeah, really nice, good play from Martin, acting as the wall there, just to hold up and bounce the pass back to Campbell. You can see what he's trying to do. He's tried to do a number of times, hasn't he, throughout the season, just curl it in. We've seen them happen before, just too much on it, and sent it past the post.
Well, Johnson's going to take the goal kick here. Decked in orange and black. His ball goes out towards the right-hand side and goes straight out of... Well, it looked like it went straight out of play, but it's got a touch off against the player to throw to Halifax on the far side.
Yeah, it's obviously hit Dan Ward, I think, was it just as Ali's missed it.
Well, Deborah takes a short throw, yeah. Deborah has the ball, plays it forward. Camille Conter picks up the loose ball. Aaron Martin battling, didn't get the ball back. And now Halifax with some good pass and move football there, but intercepted by Gateshead. Dan Ward can play it back, and Kenton Richardson puts it over the top. Only as far as Senior, who puts it down to Stott, and Stott plays it back to Johnson. Johnson's clearance, strong and powerful. Offside flag goes up, free kick to Gateshead. Some Halifax fans making a bit of noise to our left, but a subdued Heat Army at the moment. They need something to bring them to life. As Greg Ollie now has the ball, the captain strides forward, gives it to Robbie Tinkler. Robbie Tinkler's got Bailey in front of him. Just holds it up, gives it back to Ollie.
Just asking for something there, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, ball finds its way over to Kenton Richardson on the right-hand side of the pitch for Gateshead. Ali putting him under pressure. Ball forward up towards Camille Conter. Does very well to hold it up, lays it off, and Gateshead can now try and do something down the left-hand side as Dan Ward wins another corner. And
see, that's what I mean. I think that side you can get in behind Deborah.
Yeah,
there's a lot of space there, and yeah, great run from Dan Ward. Actually, I'm saying that Deborah, I think may have pulled something here.
He did. He's not happy. He's still down at the moment. Referee's going over to see if he needs treatment. Just on our replay here, let's see if he's twisted anything. Oh, and he
could be a thigh, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, cough.
Well, he's up. And his first bit of action is to defend a corner. Seems to be moving all right, though.
It's going to go straight in.
This one goes straight in there, and there's the header. Oh, past the post. It was Owen Bailey.
See, that's positive. It's good. You know, you can feel the energy's gone through the fans there.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
And Deborah is down. So if this would be massive, if he has to go off, but he's going to receive treatment here. The physio comes on. It's a big pitch for the physio. He's got there.
It's a good chance, you know. Just replay just on our screen here, and it's a great ball in from
oh, no, he's just on the replay here. He's shaking his head. So
yeah, he's gone. I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he's.
So who's gonna? You see Jack Hunter maybe go back into defence?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know what they've got on the bench. Well, who they would go that way.
As he's planted his foot, you can see his cough's gone.
Well,
might just be a strain, but I don't think there's anything more serious. But that doesn't look good.
Well, he's back up onto his feet. He'll have to leave the pitch now on the far side. Doesn't seem to be hobbling, but it's
a bit early to be eating up time, isn't it?
It certainly is. Can't see any movement on the bench down there. And as the physio takes Deborah off on the far side, temporarily down to 10 men at the moment, Halifax. Well, looks like he is going to try and come back on. Yep, well, he's moving all right. We'll see when he's under pressure what he's like. There's the ball up there. Is a Halifax player down at the moment. Don't know what happened there. He's twisted something, but they're still on the attack, Halifax, and Camille Conter does well to slow down the play. And the player's in quite some distress on the far side there. Feeling his back. He hasn't got up yet. He's onto his knees now. Ball being kicked out. And we can see on our screen here, he's writhing in agony.
Yeah, I think when Magne's gone, I think went for the header. He's just caught him as he was landing.
Well, it is Golden that's down. Yeah. Well, the physio's over that side, but he isn't. He's walking away.
Just trying to see if there's any movement on the Gateshead bench. Nothing quite yet.
Nothing at the moment.
Shame they couldn't sneak Macaulay Langstaff on, isn't it?
Well, he's here. 55 minutes gone. Halifax 1, Gateshead 0 here in the FA Trophy final, live from Wembley. Thank you for joining us. As the ball has just been dinked over there, and Halifax, Cook tries to get past Tinkler, and well, that's got to be simulation then. If it wasn't a foul, he's up. Gateshead now.
Maybe a slip.
We'll be kind, but the ball comes off Cook, and that's definitely a throw into Gateshead.
I do wonder if at some point you may well see that little switch that we mentioned about Camille Conter maybe dropping deeper and try and get Greg Ollie in sort of more dangerous positions.
Well, Gateshead passing it around, a lot of pressure, a lot of high tempo closing down from Halifax still.
Done that well, Halifax, haven't they?
Yeah. As Montgomery
what a ball that
picks out Campbell. Campbell sees the runner. It's blocked though, and now Ali drives forward with the ball, but he's overhit it, and now Gateshead can try and attack as Campbell drives forward with the ball. He's got Ward to the left, Aaron Martin in front of him. Bailey's making his way down the right-hand side. What can he pick out here? He's still got the ball at his feet. Campbell picks out Bailey. He needs some shirts in the box before he puts the delivery in. He's put it in, and it's going to be cleared on the far side. And now Ali can drive forward. It's end-to-end at the moment. He's got Hawker on the far side. Runs into Greg Ollie, does very well, and the game's opening up somewhat here now as Greg Ollie can play it back to Magnay.
When that ball's gone in, Dan Ward's got to attack the back post. It's a great ball in from Owen Bailey, but the defender's just got a free take. He's got to go and attack the back post.
Magnay receives the ball, turns and distributes it to Tinkler. Tinkler gets it to Conter. Conter needs to play this fourth time. Well, still managed to pick out a Gateshead player, but the ball didn't go forward. Ollie in the centre circle. Takes a touch, carries it forward, picks out the run of Ward, but Ward didn't anticipate it. I say the run of Ward, he tried to ping it over to that far side. And Deborah isn't moving very well still.
He's not, is he? Not at all.
Lethargic is the way I would describe it, but I
do feel as if
senior.
The game's going to start opening up soon.
It is. Well, referee's played it on. Good stuff from the referee there.
It's had a good game, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't had much to do.
Well, Aaron Martin and senior tussling. He's turning that a pull. Well, how come the referee and the assistant still shirt pull? You can see it from here. Wow. Ian Watson is not happy.
Well, the problem is it's the linesman's got to give that because he's looking directly at it.
Yeah. Gateshead trying to build again. Ward quickly closed down, and Ward needs to switch on a little bit. He's offside. Aaron Martin, if he gets to the ball. And there it is.
It's only about 10 yards off.
Well, we're into the 58th minute. Gateshead trail by 1 goal to Halifax. Cook with a fortunate.
You just don't want to go like that to win it.
No. Johnson with the free kick up towards Ali. Kenton Richardson. There's let's give it now. As Montgomery rushes to get the ball. That was kicked right over that side.
Yeah, good if the referee not to pay any attention to that. The ball's being hoofed away.
Well, we're back underway. Monty gets the ball at his feet. Ball passed back to him. And Halifax fans starting to get a bit excited on the left-hand side, but Gateshead are starting to get behind their team as well. What can they conjure up? We need something to happen. Aaron Martin wins the header, but nobody's anticipating
someone's
got to
go on. It's a great win from him, but someone's got to anticipate the win. There's nobody gambling. Maybe that is where a Harris could come on and do that job.
Cook, the goal scorer, lays it off. Hunter plays the ball out to the far side, looking for the run of Golden, but out it goes for a throw. Still no movement from either bench at the moment. 59 minutes gone. And Gateshead have the ball back in play on the far side. Story.
Great noise, isn't it, from both?
It is fantastic. Hope it's coming over on the microphones as now Tinkler has space. Just starting to drop off a little bit on the press or Halifax. Camille Conter. As I say that, he's quickly closed down.
By two.
Magnate plays it inside to Tinkler.
Need a late run here. There's a big gap behind this defence.
Bailey needs to stay on side. Well, Capello comes off his back. It's a Gateshead throw. And yet again, we'll see a Halifax player kick the ball away. I thought we might have seen Greg Ollie come over here. I think Kenton Richardson fancies a long throw, does he? He does. We're going to see Kenton with one here. Ollie runs into the centre there. The ball wasn't a great delivery, and Gilmore can try and get it clear to Ali, which he does. And Senior just puts it away from danger. Tinkler can get it under control and get the ball moving forward again as Campbell gives it to Ward. Ward back to Tinkler. Ollie is all the way back to Montgomery, who's in a sweeper position at the moment. Gateshead just starting to get a bit more comfortable higher up the pitch. And Owen Bailey wiped out from behind there.
I think he's just making sure he's won that.
That was what I was going to say. But
again, Deborah.
Yeah, Deborah is down. You could see he wasn't moving great, and I would imagine he is going to get a substitution here. Bailey's up. Gateshead have a free kick and a decent position here. It's about 35 yards out, but about 5 yards from the right-hand touch line. Good opportunity to whip a ball in here with some pace. Get it in that danger zone between the goalkeeper and the defence. Anything can happen.
Just need to watch that offside. It's one of those ones where you need a late run.
Well, we are going to see a player come on. I can't see his shirt number at the moment. But Jesse Deborah's afternoon here at Wembley is over, and it is going to be Luke Summerfield going to be his replacement. And his first call of action is to defend a free kick, as the referee in no hurry to make him leave the pitch here.
Well, I imagine he'll be adding on. He's just pointing his watch at the referee, to be fair.
Well, Luke Summerfield is about to come on.
It's not really going to hamper them in terms of physicality, is it, when you look at the size?
Not really. He's obviously a big strapping defender coming on for another one. But he's got to be switched on straight away here. It's Greg Ollie now whips one in. It's a good one. Oh, it's up in the air. Hasn't been cleared yet. Campbell with a shot over the bar. Oh, just looked like it was going to sit up for him.
I think what's happened there, that I can't see who the Halifax defender is, but he's really put pressure on him as he's striking it. It's not an easy one as it's coming down at him. The defender's made it even more difficult. But Adam Campbell starting to show signs of life second half here.
Well, hopefully we can see a few more attempts on goal from Gateshead. We are into the 63rd, nearly into the 64th minute. So it's got to happen. It's got to happen soon. It does look like there's going to be another substitution for Halifax. Gateshead now, Ollie Gets past his man, lays it off, and now Ward driving forward, plays it inside to Ollie. Campbell, now Ollie has the ball. It's a bit more better intensity from Gator, but the ball was awful inside to Magny, and now Ali drives forward. He's got Harker on the far side, and Louis Story, he's done well to get himself back there. Ali in the box, goes for a shot, good save by Montgomery. It was straight down at him, but still, he had to get down.
It's a waste, Gator had a real break on there, in a real positive situation. It's just not a great ball. I think it was a Greg Ollie with a pass inside to Magny, just not enough on it, and Ali running at this Gateshead defence. That's a real threat. It's a good ball.
Camille Conter. It's going to lay it off to Ollie here, I think. No, he's carrying it forward himself. Now Ollie gets it. Campbell just overstretched there for that, and Jack Hunter, the former Gator player, comes away with the ball, comes up against Greg Ollie, and he's going to put this on the overlap there for Capello on the far side. Capello puts it in there, but Story's there to mop up, and Gateshead need to just get themselves.
Feels like it's starting to really open up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's end to end. There's a lot of space.
Still 25 minutes left. It's not normal cup finals open up this early. There's a late run there.
Greg Ollie puts the ball over the top. Campbell, is it going to bounce through to him? Summerfield isn't looking. Campbell can control it. He's still there. Lays it off to Ward, and it's been cleared. And Ali can get the ball, but the Magnier gets it off him. Driving forward, goes for a dip. Oh, he puts it over. Campbell can bring it down the box. Can he get a shot off? Oh, shot deflected in the way. He should have passed it across. But it's end to end. The ball up towards Harker. He's not going to get there. And Gateshead just starting to try and turn a screw as the cheer from our right-hand side. The Heat Army are loving what they're seeing. Can we get over the line to get a goal?
Yeah, this Halifax defence is starting to look a little bit tired.
Certainly are.
That run there that Campbell's made, I think that's probably maybe Gateshead. I know it's not a natural game, but maybe go a little bit more direct.
Well, at the moment, I can see Lewis Knight's been to warm up down there. Of course, he's had an injury-plagued season. Harris is on the bench. I don't know if we're going to see anyone come on. There's no movement just yet. But Gateshead at the moment starting to feel into these different areas of the pockets of the defence of Halifax. As Ollie tips the ball over the top. It's a good ball to Campbell. Can he get past it? Oh, good tackle. Defending from the
great
captain.
Tackle.
Great defending from Senior. And now Capello can try and bring the ball forward on the right-hand side.
Well done.
Gets past one player, but he doesn't get past the second. Ollie has the ball just on the halfway line. Gives it to Tinkler. Ward gets it to Campbell. Campbell flicks it forward. Was asking a bit much of Aaron Martin, and anywhere will do for the Halifax defence at the moment. Ball cleared down the pitch, kept in by
20,
Tinkler.
Just 24 left. They are starting to sit back a little bit, Halifax, aren't you? You just wonder if nerves are maybe coming into it. And
certainly are. And, there is a bit of movement down there on the bench. There's a ball in midfield. It's been lost by Gateshead, and Ali plays the ball forward to Capello. Can he get a cross in? It's a deep one. There's nobody there. And that could be a sign of tired legs from Halifax that they're not making the runs forward on the far side. Now, Rob Elliott having a little word with the fourth official there. Tinkler still waiting to throw this ball. We are now back in the way. Montgomery gives it to Kenton Richardson, who will just play it forward to Bailey. Bailey inside. Good ball forward by Magny. Can Camille Conter win it? The captain Senior nods it up in the air. Oh, 50-50. Two players going in for it, but it falls to a blue shirt, but it falls to Ollie in the centre circle. Ollie now picks out Camille Conter. Sitting very deep for Halifax at the moment, trying to soak it up. Kenton Richardson, back to Louis Story on the halfway line. Gateshead just probing. They want to try and make the space happen. Ball to Campbell. Aaron Martin's dropping deep to get involved here as well. Ollie. Ball across to Magny. Magny does well to control it. It just got underneath his feet. And at the moment, it's all Gateshead possession. Ball through the middle there, all trying to pick out the run of Campbell. And at the moment, Summerfield gets it out there on the far side. Summerfield has the ball now, goes for a crossfield ball, looking for Ali. Kenton Richardson's there. He's got time to nod it down to Owen Bailey, and the spaces are opening up in midfield for Gateshead, but they need to exploit them. Ball over the top for Campbell. It's too near the goalkeeper. And Johnson gratefully gets that. As
idea was right, just execution wasn't.
Will Harris is warming up a bit more down our left-hand side here. As now Halifax go along, looking for the run of Ali. Richardson wins the header.
Second ball.
Didn't get through there to Camille Conter from Ollie. And Senior can play the ball forward. Ollie wins it back in midfield though, and caught on his heels there as Camille Conter still well won back by Capello. And now Halifax try and drive forward down the left-hand side. Ali in front of him, who he receives the ball now. And Ollie, cynical foul from Ollie, frustration.
Yeah, it's just giving them a bit of an out here, isn't it? Because there's a good period of pressure there from Gateshead.
Well, both Capello and Ali are down at the moment.
Seconds, Dave.
Yep.
I think is possibly the point that's being made.
Well, Cook stands over the ball. We are going to see the delivery come in now, right-footed. It's deep towards Jack Hunter. Bailey managed to head it away, and Summerfield's going to keep it in. He's going to put a cross back in towards the 6-yard area. It's deep. It's very deep, and Ollie has a man on his shoulder. He needed to be a bit more switched on, and Ollie, he's done it again, and it's going to be a yellow card, I think, for Greg Ollie. That's 2 fouls in as many minutes, and another dangerous opportunity for Halifax to get the ball in the box.
I think that's probably for an accumulation of fouls rather than just one. Halifax just seeing off a little bit of pressure, haven't they? And looks like they've freed themselves up now.
Well, Matt Warburton is stripped and ready to come on. As Will Harris takes a seat back in the stand. Gateshead await the delivery of this free kick. In it comes, towards the back post, up in the air. Oh, great save by Montgomery. Hunter brings it down, tries to turn. Hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead. Summerfield going to put it back in towards the box. It's been headed up. Not as far. Foul on a Gateshead player, and it's a free kick. And wow.
Brilliant save from Montgomery. That could be huge, you know. It really could. We're going into the last 20 minutes now, and just watching the replay on the big screen here, and it's an unbelievable save, by the way. It's like a volleyball action that he saved it.
Well, here comes the substitution. It is going to be Capello, comes off for Warburton. Well, Gateshead yet to make a substitution. As Capello leaves the pitch. And Matt Warburton is on now.
It's possibly time now Gateshead do start thinking about, you know, what subs they can make. Can they bring Will Harris on? Maybe go 2 up top.
Well, Gateshead of Ollie in the centre circle, plays it across to Richardson. Richardson now to Adam Campbell, puts it up towards Martin, does well to bring it down. He's got a man on his back, but he's held the ball up. Good stuff from Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin still going. Has he done too much? Campbell gets the loose ball. Drives down towards the dead ball, and can he pull it across? Good tackle from Senior again, and the ball's being cleared. And Kenton Richardson,
it's a push.
Oh, well, surely that was a push, but Harker brings it down, and now Warburton on the far side. He's got past Tinkler. Stories went over to try and slow Harker down, and the ball comes off Tinkler for a throw on the far side.
Story's done brilliant there, you know, because he's second best there, and he's managed to get back and get his body, and he's done brilliant there, Louis Story. So if you bring Harris on for a Magnet and maybe drop
that would be my thoughts. Well, Harris is going to warm up again now. But there's a throw. Is it a corner or a throw on the far side? Another throw.
It's probably a little bit too much to ask one of the young lads to come on and make an impact. So you think there probably is going to have to be Will Harris. And we can't ignore the thought of extra time as well, which I'm not sure would help Gateshead.
No, not really. Camille Conter wins the ball. Magny plays it back to Story. Story clears the ball and turn up towards Aaron Martin, but he didn't get that. Ali brings the ball down. He doesn't. It skips away from him. And Gateshead on the attack now as Campbell gets the ball right hand side. Martin on the inside. What can he do? 3 defenders in front of me. Lays it off, and he's just asking too much of Owen Bailey. But Gateshead pick up the loose ball. Tinkler puts it back up towards Ward. Camille wins the header. Gets it over. Offside flag goes up.
I'm not sure why Tinkler's played that ball. He's got a simple one to start an attack from deep.
Well, Gateshead always believe in the process. It's got them this far.
It certainly has.
And could the process need a little refresh? Because not a refresh, just because Aaron Martin is doing so much up there by himself. If he just had a man on his shoulder to pick up the loose ball or the nod on or vice versa for him, be a bit more fruitful. But at the moment, Gateshead trying to get the ball back as Jack Hunter pings a long ball over the top. Harker wins the ball. Magny doesn't control it, and Cook gets it forward. Back heel, and Cook's going to get onto it. There's no one in the centre, though. There is now. Now he puts it across. Montgomery gladly collects that. And I think we might see Harris coming on. Either he's trying to get the manager's attention. He's going for a vigorous warm-up.
We shouldn't forget, Will Harris hasn't had a lot of football as well.
Exactly, yeah. It's fine margins as Bailey has the ball. There's the Campbell. Campbell puts it over the top for the run of Bailey and Aaron Martin. The ball had to be put out, and Gateshead have a good opportunity to try and get this ball in the box. Greg Ollie comes across.
Going to see another change coming from Halifax, I think.
Well, Greg Ollie ready to launch this one towards Story. Doesn't get there, and Halifax grateful just to hook it clear. Kent Richardson nods it down to Campbell. Campbell tries to play it to Ollie, but the ball goes out, and it's another opportunity for Ollie to get a long throw into the box. Well, he goes short to Campbell. Ollie's got the ball. Can he put a delivery in? He can. It's been nodded clear. Offside flag gone off. Gone up. There we go. Well, on our monitors, the cameras were going towards the Gateshead bench there. I think Ollie Thompson's warming up as well.
That's definitely Lewis Knight, isn't it?
Is that Lewis Knight, is it?
Yeah, I think so. We are a long way away.
We're a long way away. I was trying to guess on the size of the player. Story wins the header. Martin nods it to Campbell. Campbell nods it back, but Senior has done a hell of a lot this afternoon. Plays the ball forward now. Gilmore plays it inside, and Warburton gets it to Summerfield. Summerfield plays it back to Hunter, who's slotted back into defence. And now Halifax just happy to pass it around and make Gateshead chase the ball. Bailey nods it forward. Oh, he would have been offside there with Aaron Martin, but can try and win that header. Can this loose ball be picked up? It's been hooked clear. And at the moment, and Senior's down now. And, well, the physio was running before he went down. Both sets of players taking the opportunity to take on some water here. Well, it would hazard a guess we're approaching 5 to 6 minutes added on already with the substitutions and a few stoppages. But we've got about 12 minutes of normal time remaining here. Magny just geeing up teammates there.
the one thing we know about this Gateshead side is you don't give up on them. You know,
No.
they will keep pushing. They will keep giving it their all. They'll do whatever they can to get back in this game. Just got to keep believing.
I mean, obviously, we know Lewis Knight and Will Harris haven't had much football at all, but if you get into the last 10 minutes, do you risk bringing them both on and take maybe Magnay and Bailey off and going a bit more direct?
If there's a few options, maybe Dan Ward.
Possibly. And Gateshead fans are starting to get a little bit more vocal now. Tinkler plays the ball across to Louis Story on the far side. Carries the ball over the halfway line. Needs to pick out a teammate. Picks out Magnay. Back to Story. Conter. It's on the right-hand side of the pitch at the moment. Tinkler in the centre circle. Kenton. Richardson is off to Owen Bailey. Owen Bailey up against Ali. Tries to go through his legs and does very well. And was he fouled there? Referee says no, but the ball is pinging around and Camille Conter has the ball into the box. Goes for a shot. Oh, keeper. He had enough time to get down, but better from Gateshead. Better.
Yeah, really good from Bailey. Just barging through two challenges. You feel there's got to be one real push here from Gateshead. Will Harris is coming on.
Will Harris is going to come on now. And is a man that's been plagued with injuries, and just before the second injury, he was starting to look like a real prospect, strong, physical and fast. Can we see that Will Harris this afternoon? As Tinkler plays the ball up towards Aaron Martin, brings it down, Campbell's on the run, puts it over the top, he's going to bring it down, Campbell, oh, he's onside, can he get the shot off? Oh, he just didn't get the connection, and you can see the frustration.
It's a great ball from Martin, really put the emphasis on the defender to make a decision, didn't, and then Adam just cut inside that left foot. If it's the other side, do you know what? I think he's probably scoring. It's just that left foot, couldn't get the connection.
The opportunities are arising. They just need somebody to... Field wasn't controlled well, and to give Halifax the ball. Jack Hunter has it in defence, plays it down the line. Hawker plays it inside, and Magnay just went through his legs, and now Halifax can try and break. It's with Ali on the left-hand side, up against Bailey. Cuts in, gets past Bailey, and now Magnay's there to try and block the cross. It comes in, and it's going to go out for a throw. Gateshead managed to scrape that clear.
Ken Richardson's pulled something.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I mean, this might force a hand in terms of decision, because you'll see Magnay go in. It could be cramp, you know.
I think it could be.
Yeah, I think it's cramp.
There's a few players. I mean, Chris Senior has been stretching a few times here, but we're going to see who is going to come on here. Harris stripped and ready in the technical area. Kenton still getting his hamstring just stretched there with the cramps. There's a player on the far side as well, getting his Halifax player having to stretch it out there. And it's just a tactic coming into Campbell from... just pulled up before he cleared it. Yeah. Well, Harris gets a little hug there from...
Stand up, I feel over the heat coming from the...
It is Kenton.
The Gateshead fans.
So you would think it's going to be 4 at the back and maybe 3 up top, 4-3-3. It's going to be more attacking from Gateshead. What can they carve out a chance? We've got just over 10 minutes remain with added on time, you would imagine.
It might not be, you know, it might not be a change, because you might well see Carl Magnay just go into the...
Yeah, possibly. As a ball, as appeals for handball, is nodded on. Ollie wins the ball in midfield. Now can get bodies forward. It's dispossessed, but Magnay wins the ball, and I think you're right there. Magnay's just slotted back into defence, and it's still the same at the moment, but Gateshead need to get on the ball. Stott and played all the way back to Johnson. Story and Harker battling there. Campbell plays it back inside to Ollie. Camille Conter in the centre circle. Gets it moving out to Story. Ward on the left-hand side if needed. Harris up top with Aaron Martin now. Ward gives it back to Camille Conter. Tinkler. Can play it across the defence to Magny. Out to Bailey. Gateshead just letting the ball do the work at the moment and hoping movement and gaps appear in front of them as the ball from Magny wasn't the greatest. And Harker plays it forward to Warburton. Warburton has laid it off, and now the ball through to Ali. He's one-on-one with the keeper. His touch was awful. Stuck him past, and the offside flag went up. And Gateshead...
Do you know, all the Halifax's best chances have come from mistakes from Gateshead. Yeah. And I know they play a high-risk strategy, but it's just not quite working. Aaron Martin coming off, Ollie Thompson on.
Well, the youngster that's come through the academy system gets his chance at Wembley. He helped us get here in the semis and the quarters. And Ollie Thompson, can he make himself a hero here?
Well, he's just going to play as part of the front three now, isn't he? Just takes away the physical presence at the top end of the pitch. So Gateshead are going to have to pick themselves through and try and use that pace, really.
Well, Gateshead build from the back. Once again, Montgomery goes a little bit more direct, looking for Harris. It's too direct, and it's going to go all the way through to Sam Johnson, who just burns down the clock there. 5 minutes remain of normal time here.
You'd imagine there'll probably be about 5 added on as well, at minimum.
You would definitely think so, and the ball couldn't be kept in on the far side by Cook. Throw into Gateshead just inside their own half. Well, all in all today, non-league day, 27,000 fans here to see the two showpiece finals in non-league football. But this one isn't over just yet. As the ball up towards Bailey, wins the header. He needs someone running onto it as Campbell tries to get there. Senior hooks the ball clear. Magny nods it into Camille Conter. He drives with the ball forward, picks out Story. Story gets the ball through to Harris. Harris tries to lay it off, but it's going to fall to Campbell. Shoots! Oh, good save! It's going to come back out to Bailey. Does he win a corner? He does. And the Heat Army behind the goal start to roar.
Just needs one good ball, one good header. Just one last push from this club.
Campbell's showing for a short corner. In it goes, though, into the mixer. There's Louis Story. It's up in the air. It's going to come back towards Ollie, and Steenia missed it. I've won another corner. He tried to play it off him. Johnson can gather it on the goal line there. They need to seize these opportunities when they come along. Kick by Johnson. Magny gets it to Ollie. Ollie couldn't control it. Feels for handball, but nothing given. Ali twisting and turning. Ollie following him. Ball played inside to Summerfield, and Ollie Thompson.
Oh, referee.
Well, for those that aren't watching and listening to us, the size difference of the two men, or should we say the man and the boy,
significant.
Yes.
Going down to do more work. They don't see you before the
Well, in no rush to take this free kick. Stott pings it up. It's going to bounce. Was that a push on Magny? Bailey does well to see it out, and it's a goal kick. 3 minutes of normal time remain now. Gets it played out from the back. Tinkler carries the ball forward. Campbell screaming for the ball. He knows he's got the beating of Senior.
It's in here.
Gets it to Will Harris. Harris didn't control it, and now Halifax try and build it as well. There's Ali. Ball played forward by Gilmore. Summerfield gets it out to Ali. Ali cuts inside with the ball, driving with it, lays it off, but couldn't pick the ball through. And Gateshead need to try and get this ball moving forward. There's Bailey. Plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell needs just to open up if he can. He tries to drive down the right-hand side. He's up against Senior. Edge of the box. Takes it down. Can he put it back across? He can. There's nobody there. Oh! And Ward
back post.
He didn't come running in. He went round the man.
3 times now. There's a ball went back post and Gamble's just hanging out. He's got to go and attack it. Just gamble.
2 minutes remain. Halifax 1, Gateshead 0 here at Wembley Stadium. FA Trophy final 2023. Do we have a grandstand finish, or does Halifax lift the trophy? Ollie. Right hand side of the pitch, just across the halfway line. Magny. There's not much movement in front of him though. Tinkler. Camille Conter. Campbell shows for him. Little touch. There's Will Harris. Can he get a shot off? He's got space. Ali was a penalty.
He's going to boom for diving.
Oh, my word. At first, we thought he was going to give the penalty, but if judged to have dived there, Will Harris. We'll see it on our replay here. He didn't complain about it.
The smile on his face kind of tells you that he has, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Senior still struggling. Another substitution for Halifax. This time it is Max Wright coming on. Well, referee telling them to come off. Well, Jamie Cook, the goal scorer, went in off his backside. He'll not care about that, but Max Wright is on now. And I would say that is us into the 90th minute. We've got 10 seconds of normal time remain. How much added on time will there be? Ollie brings it down, puts it over the top. Will Harris has got to try and chase it down. He nods the ball on. Can he get on at the end of it himself? He can. He holds it up well. Leaves it inside to Campbell. Ollie Thompson showing. Campbell didn't distribute it, but puts it across the far side to Ward. Ward, left-hand side of the box, tries to cut in with it. He didn't distribute it, and it's been cleared.
7 minutes.
7 minutes for Gateshead to try and get something here. As now the Heat are yelling them to drive forward. Ollie has the ball, puts it out to Magny, who drives forward. Gets it inside to Campbell.
It's got to go to the side of him.
Halifax just hold the ball up at the front there. Ollie wins the ball back, and now Gateshead with Ollie Thompson, the youngster. Gives it back to Tinkler.
Do you know what? Fair play to the referee, because he's added the time on, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Story tries to turn his man, lives off to Ollie. Ollie driving into the box. What can he do? Didn't have an option. Now Story has it. Campbell. There's an overlap here. Bailey, can he get a delivery in? Magny puts a ball in there. Headed clear by Summerfield. Brought down by Campbell. Goes for a shot.
Oh, what a block.
Body's thrown in front of it. But Gateshead pick up the loose ball. Ollie Thompson gives it to Camille Conter. Back to Tinkler.
There's a ball.
Sitting very deep and compact. And now Gateshead have a ball into the box. Campbell puts it across. There's nobody there challenging for it. It's cleared again. And Gateshead are all over Halifax at the moment. Even Montgomery's on the halfway line with the ball. Tinkler to Magny.
Every time it's his right-hand side.
Magny gets the ball back. Gives it to Tinkler. Every player ball Magny camped out in the final third of Halifax's half. Ollie gives it to Ward. Ward cuts inside of it. Can he get the touch on? And there's a deflection. Is that going to go out? Oh, it has, but it's a goal kick. And Sam Johnson walking like a naughty schoolboy to detention. He's not in any hurry here. Well, a nervous tension around the arena. Gateshead have about 4 minutes remaining here to try and get something out of it. Sam Johnson's kick goes out to the right-hand side, nodded forward by Ward. Hunter, under pressure, plays it down the line. But Gateshead can just get that under control. Story gives it to Tinkler. Magny. Back to Tinkler. Tinkler looks for the run of Harris. Harris is going to win the ball. Oh, he didn't win the ball. It just went over his shoulder. Ward trying to close down and, just not falling to a white shirt. It's been cleared again. Story's there. Gives it back to Tinkler. Rear guard action at the moment for Halifax. As Magny plays it out to Ollie Thompson, who wasn't looking. Out it goes. And the time ticks away. 3 minutes at least. Senior, the captain, launches it down the line there. It goes out off a Halifax player. Gateshead want to get this moving quickly. It's quickly put into play to Tinkler. Tinkler now. Gets it to Magny. Magny plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell to Harris. Harris on the edge of the box. No one made the run. Nobody made the run. Goal kick. Well, Jamie Cook's got man of the match for scoring with his backside. It's not often that will happen. Gateshead win the header, but haven't got it to go the other way up the pitch. It's been held up now by Max Wright. Gateshead kind of keep it in to throw on the far side. And the seconds just tick away, as does the hope at the moment, as Halifax are in. Well, the referee said he stopped the watch, so it can be as long as they want. As the throw is being taken, they're trying to get it to the corner flags, and Tinkler now can give it to Montgomery. Montgomery needs to look up, he's got some runners. Plays the ball over the top, looking for Harris. Oh, it's going to fall to Harris. Summerfield just jumps in, but he couldn't keep it in. Now it's a throw on the far side, halfway inside the Halifax half. Quickly taken. Story has the ball, plays it to Harris. Harris holds it up, gives it to Bailey. Now Harris has the ball again. Gives it to Camille Conter. Conter still has the ball.
It's movement.
Tinkler. They don't want to pass to Ollie Thompson at the moment. There's Conter. Gives it to Harris. Tried to put it inside and hooked clear up in the air. Oh, it's come off Ollie Thompson's head. Really.
How was that a free kick?
How? Sorry for losing my composure there, but that is the worst decision I've seen in a long time. He didn't even challenge him. Didn't even run. Well, Ali, see, it's cramp. He went down with cramp, and it was given as a free kick. Unbelievable. Well, I would hazard there's a minute left here. Halifax there wanting the whistle. Is there one more throw of the dice for Gateshead as the ball goes up towards Harris? Beaten in the air, Camille Conter. That's it. Halifax are victorious at Wembley. Gateshead, they tried. They knocked on the door. They couldn't get in. But what a performance this season has been from Mike Williamson's men. They came into the game with 13 out senior players. It was a big ask. We all had hope, we all believed, but we all still believe that they're heroes this season. They've given us everything, right down to the final whistle. We just couldn't break down Halifax, and that's been the tale of the tape. Fantastic support here at Wembley Stadium, but unfortunately, Tyneside doesn't get the silverware again. And Mark, it's been an absolutely pleasure to do this here with you today. The result wasn't what we wanted, but it was still an occasion.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I think just a step too far maybe for Gateshead. You know, you think the players that were missing, what impact they would have had. But to get here, it's just another... I know I sound like I'm being overly positive here, but this Gateshead side are still learning, they're still developing, they're still trying to improve. There's still the process. I think just in the end, it was just a little bit too much. Halifax have brought players off the bench that have made an impact.
Yeah.
Gateshead just couldn't quite do that. You know, Harris has come on and tried to run, just lacked a little bit of quality in key decisions, decisions in key areas. Ollie Thompson's come on and tried to give a bit of energy, but it just hasn't quite come off. Like I say, a step too far for Gateshead, but it's been a really positive season. The main aim was to stay in this league, and that's what's happened. They've stayed in the league, they've had a day out at Wembley, and now you go, Mike Williamson and Ian Watson need support in the summer. They hold this squad. They need to try and bring in a couple of players to help to boost the ranks and push again next season, because I don't think they'll be too far away next season if they're able to do that.
Without a doubt. Gateshead fans giving Gateshead players a massive round of applause as they go over to the Heat support. Congratulations to Halifax. It was a battling performance. They took their chances when they got it, and that's how you win a competition. But for Gateshead, they'll come again, and we hope the following support today comes again as well. We'd love to say a massive thank you to everyone at Gateshead Football Club that made this possible, that got us the club to Wembley, that even got us to be able to do the commentary here at Wembley. It has been an absolute honour, and it just wasn't to be. But Gateshead's journey isn't over. This is only the first chapter. Well, maybe we'll say it's the second chapter, because last year was the first. But you know what I mean. Gateshead, they'll come back stronger. This is a young local side with talent that is only going to get better. And as Mark alluded to before, when we have other players that are on cup tide in this side, we know we're very dangerous. We proved that in the National League. Our run at the end showed the form side in the league with Wrexham and Notts County. But unfortunately today, it wasn't to be. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has tuned in and listened to the Heat Army podcast and the commentaries over this season. It has been an absolute joy, privilege and honour to bring you these commentaries, and we applaud every one of you that has listened in. Thank you very much. Don't be too sad. Remember, we're looking forward. This is a club on the up. This is what we've got to hope for and what we've got to do. We're all in it together. It's War Club, and we will rise again. And thank you very much, and we will see you next time. And Mark, once again, thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.